It's Week 12 of the NFL, and we'll see Geno Smith. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Seahawks and the Cards, next on Madden Football.
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewer. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there, but we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation. But, yeah, that healthy team is usually the better team as well.
Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. They'll be led out by the 12th-year pro from West Virginia, Geno Smith.
A 400-plus yard passing day, it takes everybody. It takes protection. It takes your eligible playmakers to make those catches and gain your yards. But it also takes a red-hot quarterback playing with tremendous confidence and belief in what he can do. Now, well, his teammates are counting on him to do it again.
Into the hands of Walker. He's got to gain a 6 there. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. So this one on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. This throw is caught. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here come the Cardinals now as they get sent for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 6th-year pro and former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, Kyler Murray.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
They'll run it here. It's James Conner. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. His first throw is an interception. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Touchdown, Seattle! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Myers to add the PAT. And the kick is good. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now he gets set to see the Cardinal offense for the 2nd time. And a big setback for them to overcome early, Brock, giving them points off that interception. And for a quarterback, a tough way to start the game as well. They got to shake that off.
Yeah, but this is where you really do start to see just the cream of the crop. The quarterbacks that are the best in this league flush, no matter what the circumstances are. But especially the negative ones, you flush them away and you go persevere.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. McBride hauls it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Seahawks back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. This is ahead for about 5. Zaven Collins in on the tackle. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They go play action. Here's Smith. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Shotgun snap to Smith. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Walker. Has a lane inside the 35. And he's finally brought down at the 33. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Getting out to his left. That throw behind his intended target. Looking for the back that time. And now they face 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. It's a 2-score game early. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. This gets Gets the first and more. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the gain. Now they just need 2 more on second and goal. And he could have a free play here. He's on the move. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's second and 1. Right back to Connor. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Got his man, that's Zay Jones. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Wilson on the slant. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun handoff to Connor. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Makes the connection to James Conner. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Murray. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of it.
And he is into the end zone for an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals chop some of the lead off before the half. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals get it back to a 14-point game. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return starts at the 3. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Seahawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all... And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his second interception of the season. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Escapes out to the left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Kyler throwing here. And in for the Arizona touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's shown lateral doesn't work. Fumble! And the fumble recovery is made.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Seahawks get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these 2 defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. Kaiser White has it. And the Cardinals take possession of the football. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. Murray here on 1st down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Murray setting up to throw. This one's caught. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't.
You just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. He'll throw it. He beams one deep right side. This is brought in at the 15. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Ryland now for the extra point. And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. So we've reached the halftime break, and it's the Cardinals, the Redbirds, leading so far on the road. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get things started with an NFC matchup up in Lambeau. Green Bay hosting San Francisco, and it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Christian Watson with a touchdown reception from Jordan Love. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Russell Wilson leading the charge as his guys up their record to 10-1 now. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Gardner Minshew has thrown a touchdown pass. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. From the 29. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He's looking deep once again. This is caught inside the 15. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it 2nd and goal. And again, it's Smith. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks jump in front now by 5. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cardinals offense making its way out. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32, he completes it in traffic. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. 3rd and short, he's taking the option right. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. So out now comes the punter. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. The Seahawks are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. He puts everything behind this one. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. From the gun, Smith. He's loaded another one up. That's complete inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks push the lead up to 12. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Operated from the gun. Here's Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, it's Murray. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He's got him. That's McBride. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Free play here, let's see what he does. Gets this one to Harrison. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Here's Murray. Has the connection to Jones. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. Wilson's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That's complete. Here's Connor. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Murray, 3rd and goal. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Desperation time here on 4th. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Cardinals now within 1 score in the 4th. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Cardinals trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And the Cardinals grab it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. They're set up at the 35 now. Murray here on 1st down. Has it downfield, working the left. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take a 4th quarter lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this 4th quarter. Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, it's certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Smith on 1st down. Jones reels it in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it, thinking interception to be had, and incompletion's still pretty good for the defense.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. It's caught. Barner. And he's tackled for a short gain. Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Connor. And he's brought down for a loss. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. It's Connor again. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Now Seattle gonna call it 2nd timeout. Their punter making his way out now. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. He'll look to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? And gets him the 1st on 4th down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. They've got 1st down from the 31. Here he is to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
On the return, here's Jones. And that return comes to a close, which means buckle up, everybody. We've got some extra football on the way. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. All right, so in overtime, Brock, we could see 1 possession or we could see 3+. If the team who gets it first scores, the game ends then and there. A field goal or less, and we play on, and their opponents get a chance to respond. And if we're still tied after those first 2 possessions, this soccer chick likes this. It's golden goal football, Brock. The next score would win.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Dortch now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And they fought hard, not just against their opponents on the field, Brock, but the tens of thousands of opponents in the stands. And it's led him to a chance to now silence everybody here in overtime. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll get this one to Connor. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down carry for Connor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll run the counter to Connor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, 3rd down. Back to throw, Murray. Brought in right side. And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll bring out the punter here. And in overtime, this has to be struck well. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Seahawks offense running out now. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary. This might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand. Now the other side gets a chance to go win it.
Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Whistles and a timeout. 4 seconds left in OT, so this is assuredly their final snap of this extra frame. And now the entire game rests on his next kick. Whistles and a timeout. 4 seconds left in OT, so this is assuredly their final snap of this extra frame. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. The kick is good. He got it! And they've taken back the lead. So it's a win for the Seahawks. And yet another challenger is vanquished as they continue to carry this undefeated season in November. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Seattle.